Coming up on this edition of Out of the Blue from Middle Tennessee State University. The job market in Middle Tennessee is booming, and we talk with the director of our Career Development Center of how we're helping prepare students for employment. We learn more about our partnership with McGuire Management Group, operator of 20 McDonald's in the Nashville area, about our program offering tuition-free benefits to their employees. And we celebrate the 10th anniversary of MTSU Arts with Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, a production of our College of Liberal Arts. I'm Andrew Ottman, and this is Out of the Blue. Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. The Middle Tennessee job market is booming, and our Career Development Center is a resource to help students find opportunities. Here to tell us all about it is the director of the center, Becca Crockett. Well, Becca, thanks for joining us at Out of the Blue. We appreciate you spending time with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So for our viewers, describe in a nutshell what the Career Development Center is and who you serve.
The Career Development Center is a full-service center that serves both students and alumni of MTSU. We offer a variety of services both in person and online. We also have an amazing career closet that's open to our students as well. So not only do we help students kind of through the developmental process through a variety of services, but they can also prep for life after MTSU as well.
That's terrific. And in addition to students, you also serve alumni, correct?
We do. At this point in time, we want to make sure that we have happy alumni and that people are getting jobs out there. There's a ton of jobs in the Middle Tennessee area. So we want to make sure that we're able to help those people either transition to new opportunities or jump into, a promotion or something.
How does the Career Development Center work with employers to kind of connect our students with their opportunities?
The easiest way people can get involved is through posting jobs. That's a free service to all employers. But if somebody has more questions or wants to engage with the university in different ways, then they would work with our assistant director and recruiting coordinator to engage on campus. Oftentimes, I like to mention that we really serve as a bridge, if you will. If somebody's interested in, recruiting from a variety of different areas, that's really where we come in because we have connections all across campus. But if it's somebody that's recruiting for a very specific area, then we hand them off, of course, to the respective departments. So we rely heavily on our on-campus connections.
In late September, you had a very successful career fair. Could you recap that for our audience?
We had 131 employers that registered for the career fair, and all of them had open positions with the exception, of course, of a few graduate schools. I imagine that all of those employers will continue to recruit heavily throughout the rest of the year and into the spring semester, both for internships and full-time job opportunities.
I mean, that's a great opportunity to make those connections. You've really handled an amazing number of jobs. You know that figure off the top of your head? It sounded like it was in the 5 digits.
Yeah, Andrew, so in 2020-2021 academic year, we had almost 23,000 jobs posted for our students, which was almost a 300% increase from the previous year.
Oh, that's absolutely incredible. So the community is finding out about what you're offering. The students are finding out what you're offering, which is a really win-win connection there. Let's go back to what you talked about, how you help students kind of prepare and identify and build skills to enter the job market. If I were coming to see you for the first time and I wanted some advice and how to get started, do you start with those kind of basic building blocks?
Yes, sir. So we really have a holistic approach. We know that oftentimes students haven't had conversations about really what does life look like after their educational journey. Right. So in a best case scenario, we recommend at least a minimum of 3 appointments, but we really love to see students every semester. We have an amazing staff of career advisors that they can meet with one-on-one, again, as I mentioned, in person or virtually. And these start usually with those conversations of either, I have no idea what to do with my degree, or I don't even know if I'm in the right degree. We offer career assessments free for our students right now, so that if they are feeling a little bit lost and aren't certain what their skills are, they can take those assessments, and that allows us to start the foundation of the conversation of what makes sense for them. From there, we talk about opportunities to get involved, right? As we go through our lives, we learn that experiences help pave our way in the career field. So we start talking about really passive ways that students can start getting different experiences both on and off campus. And then kind of the next step is we help them market themselves. In the American culture, we're told often not to talk about ourselves and boast. And then when you go get a job, we say, talk about yourself and boast about your accomplishments. So we do a lot of confidence building with our students to get ready for that process so that they feel confident when they're going into those interviews for those opportunities.
So how do I begin if I'm a student with you? Do I go to your website? Do I show up in person? Is it a combination of those things?
Yeah, the easiest thing to do is on our website. There's just a button that says schedule an appointment. Students can click that from the web or their mobile device, if you will, and or they are welcome to stop in anytime that they want to. We're on the KUC 328, right above McCallie, if you will. So either way, we try and serve students as quickly as possible.
Well, I want to give you a chance to give some parting advice before our interview ends. What's the things that you find yourself saying over and over again to students that are looking to build their resumes and build their prospects?
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite things to tell students is, in addition to your degree, to be equally marketable, you have to have some sort of experience. And experience does not have to be paid. It can be study abroad, it can be an unpaid internship, it can be volunteer work. It doesn't really matter what you're called, it matters what you engage in. So oftentimes students think that unpaid experiences don't count, but they're the most valuable experiences because they're learning skills that are transferable to the world of work. So get experience, whatever that looks like, because you're really marketing not only your academic degree, but also the experience that you're bringing with that. For a lot of our non-traditional students as well, they bring with them a fabulous network of connections, and that network can also get people opportunities. So oftentimes younger students don't realize that, the value in building that network. The other advice, right? Visit us early, visit us often. And then my last piece of advice is always do your research. We have so much information at the tip of our fingers right now. And that's often the number one complaint that we get from employers about students in the job search process is that they didn't take 5 minutes and Google the company name or Google the company in the news. So they'll be asked a question about that and they can't answer that. So do your research, learn a little bit about the organization. It doesn't have to be a ton of information, but simply looking at a vision statement or a mission statement can shed a lot of light into an organization.
Becca, let's give the website to find out more about the Career Development Center so folks can look you up.
Absolutely. It's just mtsu.edu/career.
Well, Becca, great advice, great services you provide through the Career Development Center. Thanks for taking the time and sharing everything that you do for our students with our audience here on Out of the Blue.
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll be right back.
The Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center, located at Middle Tennessee State University, is the largest and most comprehensive on an academic campus in the nation. We lost our patriot Charlie on 6 July 2020. The creation of the Generals Fund was his last public event in support of our military.
So many men and women that have served that expected to be able to have their tuition or certain assistance being given to them, and that money evaporated. With the establishment of the General Fund is to make sure that all those men and women can get through MTSU and pursue what they thought they could do when they came on back.
We're extremely proud that the Predators have identified the need to help make this fund one of the best at our university for our veterans.
It's very important just for me personally that they offered this fund, and I feel like there are a lot of students on campus like me whose benefits run out and they aren't aware of that. To be the first recipient of the Generals Fund is truly an honor. I'm the person that if I'm the spokesperson or the face of something, I want to do it to my best ability and just to help share this experience with other students just like me who are military dependents on MTSU's campus that can receive help from the Daniels Center, because everything here in this center is just here to help us. What the Generals Fund means to me, it's a help when I'm falling. So if I'm struggling or anything, I know I can come to the Daniels Center and they have me, they have a help for me, they have a way to figure things out.
Join us, contribute to the continuation of Charlie's legendary support of our military.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. MTSU and the McGuire Management Group entered into a partnership earlier this year that will allow McGuire employees who work at one of 20 locations of McDonald's franchises in Middle Tennessee to attend MTSU tuition free. Here to tell us all about it is Michael Johnson, the Director of Training and Development for McGuire Management. Michael, thanks for joining us on Out of the Blue.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Hey, I think you're actually at a McDonald's, right? What location are you at?
I am. We're at the 1706 Memorial Boulevard location. We call that Memorial, so that's the one we're at now.
And that was the site of our great announcement of our partnership between McGuire Management Group and MTSU. We had quite an event out there to kick things off.
You are correct. We had a great time. It was a great sign-off to be able to start the partnership.
We're really excited about this partnership, Michael. It represents something really innovative and creative for both the McGuire Management Group and MTSU. It essentially allows McGuire Management Group employees working at one of your McDonald's franchises to attend MTSU tuition free as long as they meet certain criteria and follow through the steps of your program. So in addition, you provide a great benefit to employees. We get students. But doesn't that also give you an opportunity to go out recruiting employees and gives you something new to tell them as a reason to work for McGuire?
Yeah, so this partnership has been able to give us a lot of insight into the applicant pool that's currently happening now. With the partnership, we've been able to do events, some hiring events, really targeting certain groups, the students in particular, to be able to get them to come join us with the talents that they have currently and put us into the future for our employees down the road. The talent pool currently is very scarce, so we are trying to do everything that we can to be able to get talented folks in Murfreesboro or surrounding counties to come join our company and see how amazing it is.
Well, it is a wonderful opportunity, and of course, our University College administers the program for MTSU, and they are really innovative not only in online learning, but adult degree completion and other things. But this is really a benefit for students of all ages, correct? I mean, you've got students enrolled in this program that are ranging from typical college age students to older workers looking to start their degree or finish their degree.
We have gotten, dual enrollment students going in, and then they're coming into our partnership and starting with us. And we've got college-age students, and we've got adult learners, including myself, doing the partnership as well.
And I was going to ask you about your journey, your educational journey. What are you hoping to accomplish through the program?
Yeah, so I'm currently looking at going into the Bachelor's of Integrated Studies, Applied Leadership, and finish out my degree that I'd started about 11 years ago. This partnership's been great alongside with Dr. Carpenter and Dr. Sluter. They have been wonderful in being able to get me to go through PLA course, walk me through that step, and really just guide us and the people that have enrolled in that through the process. So it's been just great.
You're, of course, mentioning Dr. Peggy Carpenter, who's administering the program with McGuire, and Dr. Rick Sluter, the Dean of the University College. But you also mentioned something very fascinating called PLA, which is Prior Learning Assessment. One of the great tools of our adult degree completion program, where they actually figure out a way to connect your work experience with college credit and allows you really to accelerate towards your degree, right?
Oh, absolutely. Just building the portfolio and really reflecting on all of the work history that I've had over the past, 10 years with McDonald's. The brand really sets you up for the leadership portion. So being able to see that on paper and see that I may not have a college degree, but I do have a lot of credentials behind me that can allow me to pursue that degree and put that towards finishing that I'd started 11 years ago.
It's fantastic that you're taking advantage of the program yourself and can really speak knowledgeably about that to your employees. You know, you mentioned about 20 or so students initially, but it's really important to point out we started this program very, very quickly, just before the start of the fall semester. So those are probably mostly internal, already enrolled employees of McGuire that are taking advantage of this. Soon you'll be working to try to bring new people into the company, and that'll be one of your incentives, correct?
You're absolutely correct. A lot of them were existing employees, and we've maybe gotten a couple of people off of it, the initial launch of the partnership. But yes, you're absolutely correct. As we go forward with it, and our total dedication to the partnership and with MTSU, I think we're going to be able to gather a lot of new people to join our company and utilize MTSU's great program.
So if I'm looking to take advantage of this, I'm looking for an opportunity to work for McGuire, but I also want to be in this program. How does it work? How do I get started?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things, and I think when we launched the partnership, University College had made a specific website that is the mtsu.edu/McDonald's, and it gives a lot of that criteria available that gives the employee or potential employee the ability to see what eligibility criteria we have available.
And obviously you're looking for employees in good standing to take advantage of this. Is there a minimum number of hours I need to be working for McGuire to take advantage of the program?
Correct. So it's a 20-hour a week for crew and about 30 hours a week for shift leaders and above that they would need to maintain good standing with us as well as the university when they start. They would also need to ensure that any kind of communication with the university and us is forward and fluid because we want to make sure that their work life, personal life, and then their educational life is all in unison for that as well.
Well, it's a terrific program, Michael, and I'm glad it's getting some resonance with your job seekers, and I'm really glad to hear that employees like you are taking advantage of this opportunity as well. And you mentioned the website. Why don't you say that one more time?
Yeah, it's mtsu.edu/McDonald's, and that website gives them the eligibility criteria to be able to join the partnership.
And the McGuire Management Group operates several McDonald's throughout the area. Can you tell us how many and where they're located?
Yeah, so McGuire Management Group operates 20 freestanding locations, and those could be anywhere from Murfreesboro, Nashville, to Columbia, Centerville, and White Bluff.
Well, Michael, thanks for this partnership. Thanks for coming on Out of the Blue and sharing your story and talking about the wonderful relationship we've got going between McGuire Management and MTSU.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
And we'll be right back.
I am True Blue.
As a member of this diverse community,
I am a valuable contributor
to its progress and success.
I'm engaged in the life of this community.
I'm a recipient and a giver.
I am a listener and a speaker.
I am honest in word and deed.
I am committed to reason, not violence.
I am a learner.
Now and forever.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
I'm a Blue Raider.
True Blue.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
so many men and women that have served, that expected to be able to have their tuition or certain assistance being given to them, and that money evaporated. With the establishment of the general fund is to make sure that all those men and women can get through MTSU and pursue what they thought they could do when they came on back.
We're extremely proud that the Predators have identified the need to help make this fund one of the best at our university for our veterans.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Oppman. This year marks the 10th anniversary season of MTSU Arts. And in November, we'll be featuring Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Here to tell us about that performance and the remarkable programs we have to offer in the College of Liberal Arts are professors Will Perkins from the School of Music and Christy Schamberger from the Department of Theater and Dance. Well, Professor Perkins, Professor Schamberger, welcome to Out of the Blue, and we appreciate you spending time with us.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Thank you. Yes, it is a pleasure to be with you today.
You know, Christy, we were talking about this before the show started. It's always a pleasure to talk to you about these big productions that are coming up. And really, right out of the gate, we're going to have Sweeney Todd, and you've got a co-director, right? Professor Perkins, you're going to be the co-director of this fantastic production of Sweeney Todd. Tell us about the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
You bet. This has been a really fun, exciting project to work on. You know, Christy and I started talking about, I think it's almost been 2 years ago that we started dreaming up an idea where the opera department and the musical theater department come together on a big collaboration. And the Demon Barber of Fleet Street is such a unique story to tell. Obviously, it's very macabre and dark on the outside, and it's a sad story, but there's so much humanity, and it's something that Stephen Sondheim, the composer, does really, really well, is write human stories and help us to really dig into what might be considered sort of the ugly of the human existence, but why it's important to view that story through other people's lenses and understand that the way that we act and our actions affect the lives of other people.
I mean, Will, your background as a professor of opera really comes in handy with this show.
That's right. This score is incredibly complex. It has material all the way through there's dialogue, but so much of it is sung. It's not just horror and it's not just blood. It's a true human experience story, and that's what makes it so special.
Christy, what is it about you and big shows and big numbers? I mean, we collaborated on helping promote Les Mis back in 2013. You cast my daughter Sarah as young Cosette, and that was really the first of our big sellouts of Tucker Theater. How does Sweeney Todd compare to some of the past productions you've been associated with?
It's equally as large and challenging, maybe even more so. It has a lot of technical elements that are very, very challenging. A trapdoor, a lot of spectacle in that way.
This is a very physical play as well for the actors, right? I mean, this is not a very static play at all, correct? You mentioned the trapdoor. I don't want to give too much away, but if you're familiar with that, that's an integral part of all this.
You know, it is not come on, stand and sing and walk off. It's someone singing while someone else is getting ready to do their singing, and then that moves, and then we go right on to the next thing. So it feels like it's constantly in motion. But that, I think, helps a lot with the heavy subject matter too, because there's always something going on. We don't let the audience sit and think too much about what they're seeing because it's kind of an overload.
Christy, can you talk about the cast?
I believe it's a cast of 31. It feels like 100 sometimes when we're working with them all on the stage. But it's a great mix of School of Music students and theater major students, and then also some students from other majors across campus that are involved. So it's really fun to get to work together with these different departments.
I couldn't agree more. You've got such great collaborations. And one of the things I love about the College of Liberal Arts is the willingness for the faculty in the different parts of the college to work together on productions like this and really create great experiences. Can you share a little bit about the Department of Theater and Dance and some of the recent achievements and accomplishments, and why should I come to MTSU and major in this department?
I have found that my colleagues are such a caring group of people that are interested in getting to know each individual student and really find out what area it is that they're interested in and help them develop the skills needed for that and connect them to the professional world in that area. And speaking of that, many of our acting faculty are working professionals. Also our design faculty, they're working throughout the year. We had a faculty meeting last week and everybody was listing all the professional things they've been doing. And it was unbelievable how connected they are with the professional world, which only helps our students. And we offer so many opportunities throughout the year, not just in performance, but in design as well, connecting our students with professionals. We want them to be working in the field, in their chosen field when they graduate. That's very important to us. So important that I've just spent the last 2 weeks coaching about 15 of our performance students on monologues and songs as they prepare for professional auditions that will take place at the Southeastern Theater Conference that happen each spring. And we always take students who are passed on and they audition for about 100 theater companies and they start working professionally now while they're in school. We want them to know that you can do that you can make money doing what you love while you're in school.
Will, I want to pivot to you in the School of Music. Of course, we get a lot of attention at MTSU because of the School of Music and our tradition of faculty excellence. Talk about your colleagues in the school and some of the successes that you've been proud to be associated with.
Sure. I also am pleased to work with colleagues who are working professionals who have years and years of experience between them. We have several different degree paths in the School of Music, which I think makes it very accessible. And so we have so many offerings that I think it's a really unique place for students to come from all over campus and get a great experience. So I think it's just a wonderful place to be able to come and diversify the way that you experience music and the way that you love to perform music, and something for everybody over here.
I couldn't agree more. And one of the things that the College of Liberal Arts takes pride in is exactly what you've described. You provide opportunities for folks who major in your respective fields, but also for folks who are just interested in wanting to be a part of an artistic endeavor. And what wonderful events that we put on for free or low cost to our campus audience and the general public. It's a real opportunity to see and experience some great things that we're blessed to have on campus. So that's my lead in, Christy. I want to talk a little bit about the spring semester and some of the shows that are coming up before I let the two of you go.
In February 17th through the 20th, you can catch the play called Anonymous. That is an adaptation of Homer's Odyssey. Also, we'll be doing our second annual MTSU 6x10 10-minute play festival. And we did this last year and it was so successful using playwrights from the Nashville Rep. And we will also be using work from current students this year. The Tony Award-winning musical Fun Home that will be directed by my colleague Lauren Schaus. And then, of course, our dance concert will be happening at the end of November before all of that, and then again in the spring. So come join us.
There's so much going on. And Christy, where do I go on the web to find out more and get tickets and get all the information I need?
You can go to mtsuarts.com and check it out.
And what are the dates again for Sweeney Todd?
Sweeney Todd is November 4th through the 7th.
4th through the 7th, 4 shows. Boy, you've really got to see it. You've got to catch it. Well, Professor Perkins, Professor Schamberger, thank you both for everything you do for the campus and all the wonderful activities and programming you offer. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much. It was great to speak with you.
And that does wrap up this edition of Out of the Blue. A reminder, you can find news about the campus 24 hours a day by going to our website, mtsunews.com. You can also find additional special content on our social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm Andrew Ottman. Stay safe, stay on course, and remain true blue.